Hidden in the shadows of our world are beings whose very existence inspires both fear and fascination, beings known as jins. Throughout history, they have been depicted as powerful, enigmatic entities capable of both benevolence and malevolence. Their presence, woven into the fabric of folklore and religion, raises chilling questions about their role in our world. What secrets do they hide? How do they interact with humans? And what terrors can they unleash? Join us as we delve into the terrifying and mysterious world of jins, exploring their origins, existence before humans, their hidden presence among us, and the dark tales of horror associated with them. In Islamic faith, angels and humans are made of light and clay, respectively, while jins are said to have been created by God from smokeless fire. Because of this elemental distinction, jins have special powers and traits that set them apart from other entities. According to the Quran, jins were made with the ability to choose between good and evil, and were made to adore Allah. The notion of jins has its origins in ancient Arabian mythology and predates Islam. The most potent of the spirits and deities that pre-Islamic Arab tribes believed to be present in the natural world were the jins. They were both feared and revered because of their flaming creation, which gave them a volatile disposition. The Quranic narrative explains that jins were created before humans and lived on Earth for millennia. Their ability to traverse great distances instantly, shapeshift and influence the natural world made them formidable beings. Despite their advanced abilities, jins, like humans, were tested in their faith and morality, and their actions could lead them towards good or evil. Jins were the main occupants of Earth long before humans did. In the past, according to ancient writings and legend, jins created their own civilizations, which included cities, kingdoms, and complex social structures. These early communities of jins were characterized by their own alliances, hierarchies, and battles. Many portray the pre-human era of jins as a time of intense power battles. Magnanimous jins monarchs and chieftains governed extensive domains, waging conflicts that left the terrain ravaged and forsaken. Stories tell of whole places decimated by these wars, now deemed cursed or haunted by the jins' persistent presence. One of the most terrifying aspects of jins' lore is their ability to command elements and natural forces. They were believed to have control over the wind, fire, and even the earth itself. Ancient ruins and desolate places are often said to be remnants of these jinn civilizations, guarded by powerful enchantments and curses that deter human exploration. Despite their otherworldly origins, jinns continue to exist alongside humans, their presence often hidden and enigmatic. They are believed to inhabit places that are abandoned, desolate, or considered unclean, such as ruins, deserts, and graveyards. However, their ability to remain unseen allows them to coexist with humans in more ordinary settings, from bustling cities to quiet rural villages. Jins live in a parallel dimension that overlaps with our own, making them invisible to the naked eye unless they choose to reveal themselves. This hidden existence allows them to observe human activities and occasionally interact with our world. Reports of jins encounters range from eerie whispers in the dead of night to objects moving inexplicably. There are countless stories of jins inhabiting certain places and causing disturbances. People have reported hearing disembodied voices, seeing shadowy figures, and experiencing sudden drops in temperature, phenomena often attributed to the presence of jins. These encounters are not always malevolent, but the fear of the unknown and the unseen adds a layer of terror to these experiences. The ability of jins to possess humans is one especially terrifying facet of their legend. A horrific event known as possessed by a jins occurs when a jins enters a person's body and takes control, bringing both bodily and psychological suffering. The person under possession might behave erratically, speak in tongues they do not know, and have superhuman power. Exorcisms are frequently used to drive out jins, which is a terrifying and risky procedure. Many civilizations have a recurring motif about the dark side of jins, which depicts them as dangerous beings. Although not all jins are bad, those who follow the dark path are dreaded for their malicious deeds. They are both a source of attraction and terror due to their capacity to possess, control, and torture people. Possession by a jins is one of the most terrifying phenomena associated with these beings. It is believed that jins can enter and take control of a human's body, causing physical and psychological distress. The possessed individual may exhibit erratic behavior, speak in unknown languages, and display superhuman strength. Exorcisms are often performed to expel the jins, a process that is both harrowing and dangerous. Jins are also known for their ability to manipulate the minds of humans, planting thoughts and suggestions that can lead to madness or self-destruction. This psychological warfare can be subtle, with the victims slowly losing their grip on reality as the jins' influence grows. The fear of being manipulated by an unseen force is a common thread in many horror stories and legends. Malevolent jins are thought to inflict bodily harm in addition to possession and manipulation. They have the power to cause accidents, diseases, and even death. According to certain traditions, jins exact terrible and frequently lethal retribution on anyone who damages their habitats or disregards their presence. The power of jins to haunt locations and individuals is one of the most horrifying parts of their lore. Haunted places are frequently linked to evil jins, and the tales of these hauntings are horrifying. Strange noises, sharp decreases in temperature, and a general feeling of dread are reported by those who venture inside such regions. These jins frequently cause dreams, hallucinations, and sometimes violent attacks in their victims. Humans and jins can have a wide range of intricate relationships. Their experiences vary from peaceful interactions in which jins provide protection or advice to horrifying ones in which they are possessed and tortured. An investigation into the various jinn types and their motivations is necessary to comprehend these interactions. Benevolent jins, often referred to as good jins, are believed to help humans in times of need. They may offer protection, grant wishes, or provide guidance. These jins are often invoked in rituals and prayers, with believers seeking their favor and assistance. Malevolent jins, on the other hand, are driven by darker motives. They may seek to harm humans out of revenge, malice, or simply for their own amusement. Encounters with these jins are often marked by fear, pain, and suffering. Protection against such entities involves various rituals, charms, and prayers aimed at warding off their influence. Neutral jins, those who do not seek to interact with humans, are often content to live in their own realms. However, even these jins can become hostile if their territories are encroached upon or if they are provoked. Respecting the boundaries between our world and theirs is seen as essential to avoiding unwanted encounters. One of the most intriguing aspects of jins' human interactions is the concept of pacts or agreements. In some cultures, it is believed that humans can make deals with jins, gaining their assistance in exchange for certain favors or offerings. These pacts are often fraught with danger, as jins are known for their cunning and deceit. Those who enter into such agreements may find themselves ensnared in a web of treachery and manipulation. Throughout history, there have been numerous accounts of terrifying encounters with jins, each adding to the chilling lore surrounding these beings. These stories often serve as cautionary tales, warning of the dangers of crossing paths with jins. One such tale involves a young traveler who, while exploring an ancient ruin, unknowingly disturbed a jinn's lair. That night, the traveler was haunted by unsettling visions and violent apparitions. Despite seeking help from local spiritual healers, the traveler continued to suffer from unexplained illnesses and accidents, ultimately meeting a tragic end. The locals believe that the jinn's curse followed him, exacting vengeance for the intrusion. Another haunting story tells of a family who moved into an old abandoned house, unaware of its dark history. Soon after moving in, they began to experience strange occurrences, objects moving on their own, eerie whispers, and sudden drops in temperature. The situation escalated when family members started seeing shadowy figures and experiencing night terrors. The house was eventually abandoned, with the family convinced that malevolent jins had claimed it as their own. Such stories are not limited to ancient times. Modern accounts of Djinns' encounters continue to emerge, with people reporting experiences ranging from unsettling to outright terrifying. These tales reinforce the belief in the Djinns' enduring presence and their ability to instill fear. A particularly terrifying contemporary story concerns a group of friends who chose to set up camp in a secluded desert that is rumored to be home to Djinns. Through the night, they noticed flashing lights in the distance and heard odd, otherworldly noises. After going missing for a few hours, one of the campers was discovered in a state of shock and delirium, unable to remember anything that had happened. Persuaded that they had seen Djinns, the group fled the scene fast. The enigmatic presence of Djinns among us is a subject that continues to captivate and terrify. From their origins in smokeless fire to their hidden existence in a parallel dimension, Djinns embody the unknown and the supernatural. Their interactions with humans, whether benign or malevolent, are shrouded in mystery and fear. Djinns have a powerful influence on our cultural and spiritual consciousness as we learn about their malevolent side and hear accounts of horrifying experiences. Djinn stories are both fascinating and a warning. They remind us to respect the lines separating our world from theirs, while also appreciating the eternal mystery that surrounds them. Djinns continue to inspire fear and wonder, whether they are perceived as benefactors or oppressors, so long as their narrative endures in the recesses of our shared consciousness.